In this video, an old story passed down by the people of Afghanistan is brought to life. I hope you enjoy this tale.
Once upon a time, there was a king who had 7 sons and hated daughters. One day, his wife became pregnant, and before the baby was born, the king decided to go on a long journey, the kind that used to take months in those days. Before leaving, he called his sons and said, "If your mother gives birth to a boy, put my crown on his head, seat him in the golden carriage, and bring him to greet me when I return. But if it's a girl, kill her, collect her blood in a glass bottle, and hang it above the city gate, so that when I come back, I may drink it." Months passed, and while the king was away, his wife became Gabe, a beautiful baby girl. The 7 brothers remembered their father's cruel order and came to carry out his command. But as each one approached the infant, she smiled at him so sweetly that none of them could bring themselves to harm her. Instead, the brothers dug a cellar beneath the palace and hid their sister there with her nurse. To deceive the king, they killed a pigeon, filled a bottle with its blood, and hung it over the city gate. When the king returned from his travels, he drank the blood, never suspecting the truth. 7 years passed. The girl had grown up in the hidden cellar. One day, a ray of sunlight shone through a small hole and fell on the floor. Thinking it was a golden coin, she reached out to grab it, but of course she couldn't. She asked her nurse, "What is that shining thing?" Her nurse replied, "My dear child, outside this cellar there is sunlight, moonlight, and shadows, a whole world full of wonders." The girl's eyes widened. She wanted to see that world, the sun, the moon, everything. Her nurse said, "You must wait until your brothers come. They will bring you a golden carriage and shoes of gold and take you outside." When her brothers returned, they did as the nurse had said. They brought the golden carriage and the golden shoes and took their sister out into the garden. She was overjoyed seeing the world for the first time. But while they were enjoying themselves, the king happened to pass nearby. From a distance, he saw his sons quickly lift a girl into a carriage and rush her away. Suspicious, he summoned them all to his presence. "What were you hiding from me?" he demanded. "If you don't tell me the truth, I'll hand you all over to the executioner. But if you confess, I will forgive you." The brothers hesitated, stammering and whispering amongst themselves. Finally, the queen, unable to bear the fear and guilt, told the king everything from beginning to end. The king was furious. "Executioner," he roared, "take my wife, my sons, and that cursed daughter to the desert, and leave them there to die of hunger and be devoured by wolves." The executioner obeyed. Time passed. The king grew sorrowful and full of regret for what he had done. One day, while hunting in the wilderness, he came upon a cluster of 8 flowers, one large blossom surrounded by 7 smaller ones. He bent down to pick the largest flower, but suddenly he heard a voice coming from it. "Father, who cast me away, left me hungry to this day. Don't pluck me, don't pluck me." Startled, he stepped back, then reached again, but once more the voice sang, "Father, who cast me away, left me hungry to this day." At that moment, the king realized the truth, that the big flower was his wife, and the 7 smaller ones were his children, transformed into blossoms by divine power. He wept bitterly and fell to the ground, praying to God for forgiveness. In that instant, by the mercy of the Almighty, the flowers turned back into his wife and children, alive and human once more. Overwhelmed with joy, he embraced them all, and together they returned home to the royal palace, never to be parted again.